Good afternoon, everybody.
You need to shimmy over and get a little closer to me.
Really
There.
gonna
See, now
snuggle.
people can see. Wow.
Oh, that's
Okay, well, I don't know if they want to see a snuggle.
They may not want to see me,
They do.
so I'm giving them the option. Hi, everybody. It is Deborah.
And it's Lori. We're back again this week for our weekly dose. So we got a couple of things. First off, Saturday, we had our Husqvarna event, and that was
So much fun.
She shared a lot of information with so many different techniques and so many different things, and and it just, I'm like,
This is true.
it was.
This is true. But the high point was my little mini press. I really like that. I want it. They're all gone.
We brought in some, and then now they're gone. They're gone. So, but we've got more coming in.
So, I wanted one, but
It's like about this big.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a perfect size for just like those quick little presses. I mean, and especially if you're doing embroidery, putting the because like when you're using anything that you need, like the glitter sheets or those kind of things, and you have to do that quick little press while you're in the hoop. It's the perfect size. I mean, I always found I know that there's those mini irons, but like when they go to that point, it's always in the way.
Yes, it is.
So this doesn't have that point. It's nice. So I really like that.
So I'm waiting. As soon as they're back in stock, I'll let y'all know, just in case anybody else wants one.
And then they talked about
next.
Yeah. So I mean, the morning really was like she talked about some different feet, and so she showed so many different samples of things that she's done, like the couching.
Yes.
Oh man,
yeah.
It's like wow, and all that kind of stuff. And then in the afternoon, it was a little bit more on the embroidery machines and stuff.
Yeah.
But we talked about their
Epic 3.
No,
Oh,
but we did talk about
Memento.
No,
where are we going with this?
the software. What's it called?
But my
MySonet. Yeah. So they talked about the MySonet, and so it's very.
I'm very, very interested, and I'm thinking like you can take a 1 month trial, which I think I'll hit for December the 1st, and then roll that into a purchase.
So just if you missed it and you are looking into getting into embroidery software, so this is for those that are embroiderers, check out the MySonet embroidery. Okay, so they do it a little bit different. You can get it where you buy like the package one time, whatever, just like everywhere else. But this one has where you can do subscriptions. Okay, if you are interested in a subscription, though, do come through the store. You get a better deal.
Yes, you'll get 12 months for the cost of 10.
Yeah, so you get 12 months for the cost of 10. So it works out way, way cheaper. And the bonus of doing the subscription, okay, so if I buy the MySonet today as a package and the box or the download, as updates come up, I have to then rebuy the box or the package and spend out, another several $100s to do that. When you do the subscription, as those updates come in, they are automatically added to your subscription. So you will always stay up to date.
Yeah.
And then with the package, it's one size. With the subscription, if you're just looking at getting into it, you can go with like the gold or silver. And then if you're like really heavy into a lot of digitizing and a whole bunch of things,
know how to work it,
then you can go up to the platinum. But the other flip side of that is if you're halfway through your subscription, let's say you started off with like the one of the lower ones, and you're going, wait a minute, this doesn't have everything that I want. You can upgrade during that time, get credit for what you've paid, pay a little extra for the upgrade. So there's a lot of flexibility. And I mean, I know we kind of going, oh, well, we're subscription, we're going to be paying a fortune for it. Over the long run, if you look how many times you'd have to rebuy the software for every time an upgrade comes up, you're going to be actually netting out.
Yes, and
You'll
quite
net
frankly,
out.
everything's subscription.
Everything. Your
It doesn't matter
Netflix, your
what you
Disney
do.
Plus.
Yeah, exactly.
I do Office 360
Me too.
on subscription.
Yep.
Just because there's always updates to
Mine's
it.
due this month.
And then that.
Yeah.
So I do monthly, you could do it yearly, but whatever.
Yeah.
But anytime there's an update, you get that. So it works.
It is what the world is moving to, so I wouldn't let that stop you if you're thinking. It's just, and you get to, if you get that free 30 days, so you get that opportunity to check it out
And see.
to see if if each one of those or whichever one you
And
pick,
it doesn't
it's
matter
work for you.
what brand of machine you have.
That's right.
It is.
They're all in there.
They're all in there, and it's working. So
Yeah.
because I mean, I've looked kind of between the couple. I mean, I've looked at the Janome one, and we've done some free trials and stuff like that. And I'm not downplaying, and I'm not saying one is better than the other or anything else like that, because they both have their strengths, and it depends on what you've done. This kind of. It's just that I haven't purchased it yet because it is a huge cost up front, and just something I haven't been able to budget in.
Yeah, same here.
Whereas being able to do the subscription thing, I can maybe then now budget it in.
Yeah.
So I can move ahead with it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, anyways, it was great.
Yeah,
we had a
was
lot
fun.
of people. It was so nice. We had our I'm going to say old favorites, but nothing about age here. It's just we had a lot of our regular customers came in. We had some new ones.
Yeah.
We had some that have been here in a while. So it was so great
we had a good
to
time.
see
That was fun.
so many
And we had
faces.
treats.
We did.
Yeah.
We had some really good treats.
Yes.
And so,
and we will be having some more events coming up between now and the end of the year.
well,
so
someone wants to keep an eye out for. We do have the baby lock towards the end of November. So you can sign up for that. So definitely sign up now for it.
Yep.
Clear your schedule so nothing,
Yes,
so that you don't
exactly,
get double booked. We're going to have our customer appreciation days coming up. We've got Kimberbell, Demo December. So we've got lots of events coming up. It's so much fun.
It really is, and you kind of, when you're sitting around with a group of people who do relatively the same thing, whether you embroider or you quilt or you sew, it's nice to hang out with people who understand, for lack of a better word, the obsession, the addiction, however you want to look at it, the way we are with this particular hobby. It's really nice to just hang with people who fully get it.
Yeah,
because everybody in your life doesn't get it, so it's nice to be around people who do. Yeah.
All right, so we still have our batting and backing sale.
Yes.
I'm not sure we got much batting. Yeah, we still have batting left, but it was just flying out the door on Saturday. It was just
that extra wide backing can move pretty quickly when it's on sale as well, because we've all got more than one quilt on the go, I'm sure, or more than one quilt that still needs its backing. The top's done, but you're waiting on the batting and the backing, and now's a good time. It's a great time to kind of
cool stuff and some really cool colors.
Yeah, exactly. So
I've got a couple I have to back, and so I'm getting some for those. Like I've got my tree skirt that I've got to back, so I'm buying a blue to match that, and then I'm doing a tree skirt for my grandkids, which will need a green because it is a Grinch. But I'm sitting here staring, and so if my eyes keep going over there, it's because there's batting.
We're looking at
and I'm like, there's 3 over there, and I'm going, oh, it's so pretty.
I know.
What can I do and use that for? Do I need an excuse? No, I don't need an excuse for it.
We don't. As you well know.
So I might be adding that to my pile. We'll be adding that to my pile.
So this is October the 1st.
Yes.
And this runs until the 5th.
Yeah, so if you got to get in here.
Yeah.
All right. We have our classes. They're usual. We've got our stack and whack
on the 4th.
We've got Coffee Corner. And then that. Okay. So it was scheduled for earlier. but it's just the ones that wanted to take it were away.
Know who she means.
Well, there was a couple other people
Yes,
that the weekend
that's
didn't
right,
work,
yeah.
but you were the main one. So we moved it to this weekend. And so it, and it's a go and everything else like that. And as much as I've been teasing you that I'm going to cancel and stuff like that, just so you know, my mother-in-law says to me yesterday, was it yesterday? No, Sunday. She's like, her and my sister-in-law, they're going to Victoria from Friday to Saturday. And so they invited me and sat there and said we could get away for a girls' weekend and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Do you want me to teach the class for you?
No, it's fine.
No.
well, it's too late now. They already booked it. But I'm like, so, yeah.
Well,
So
there you
just
go.
so you know,
so
see that I'm missing out on
that. No,
on a
they're
girls'
scheduling
weekend.
at the last minute. That's got nothing to do with me.
Well, no, it's just like, cool, gone away. Yeah.
Oh well, there
That's
you go.
fine. So we got that. We have the sit and sew on the 7th and the 14th.
And the 14th, even though that is Thanksgiving, it is open. We are open apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
During the summer, we are closed.
through staff.
The Surrey location is closed on staff.
Yeah.
Because we give Tom a break.
Let them have a day here and
Couple
there.
of days
you
here,
know, yeah.
just simply because that's when they're doing, like,
Yeah.
they're so busy with trying to keep up on store servicing, and then they've got the school servicing. We just give them a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
But during, especially the winter time, we are busy,
Yes.
and so
yeah.
we stay open on those stats and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So we've got those. We've got Surger level 1 and 2. Both only have one spot.
Yes, that's it.
So
One spot. So
so
if you've been waiting,
get in
get
there.
in there.
We got the no peaky 9 patch. Only a couple spots left on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Our Kimberbell dealer exclusive.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, it's a mug rug and it's cookie tester. It is so
Oh,
cute.
that is so cute.
I have
I-
been waiting for this. I mean, granted, I could have done it at any time because, I'm special. But I've been waiting for this one because, I mean, if you love mug rugs, this is great.
Yeah, where's Karen?
Yeah, pretty much. But with Christmas coming up, it's the cookie tester. It is going to be the best. Like, it's just one of those ones that'll be a quick and little Christmas present. Like, you could do, for neighbors or whatever, do up a couple of those and a dozen cookies, right? It would just...
That would be perfect.
So perfect. So, and then it comes in 2 sizes. So you could do the bigger one.
Here we go.
Oh, she's gonna show it. So isn't it cute? It's got the little gingerbread. And so, or else you can do it as, like if you still got grandkids, you can give it for grandkids or your kids or whatever for Santa to leave for his plate out because he is the ultimate cookie tester, right? And so
true.
it'll be so cute. So we're looking forward to that one. We have the Twinkle
Christmas tree with Sandy. There's only 2 spots left. So if you've ever been interested in taking this class, get your name in there because there's only 2 spots left, and it only just went up a little while ago, the class. So as everybody loves it, it's adorable and it does twinkle.
They were playing with it on Saturday. Like, ooh, it does this. Ooh, it does this. Ooh, that is the light set. So that's based on the lights that you get.
Yes,
but yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
We have the 2-part tote bag, and then stocking day. I'm just gonna sneak peek. Okay, so we have in November. It is a Thrill of Hope wall hanging that's coming up. The beginning of the sample. You got to see this. Isn't it gorgeous?
It is so beautiful.
One of the things that we are going to learn in class is this pattern does not come with background quilting. And I was very devastated. It's like, background quilting is a thing now. And so it doesn't have the background quilting. So one of the things we are going to show how to do in this class is if you've got older patterns, how to add background quilting into the pattern before you do it. And so, but yeah, it is gorgeous. I finally got to use some fabric that I bought a while ago that I've been looking forward to using. And I pulled it out and I says, I'm gonna make it work. And I did.
And she did.
So it looks gorgeous.
Girl.
So yeah. All right. I think those are all.
Is Jen ready for you?
I think so. All right, so we have Jen today, and she's going to help us out. So I'm just going to flip this around. While we are flipping it around, we're just like, isn't this stuff gorgeous? Like, it's very pretty. Like,
Keep moving.
okay, you know, when my eyes keep going over there, and I said I'm looking over there, I might as well tell them, show them, because instead of them, because now they're going to go, ooh, that is pretty, and then they're going to pop on in.
Of course they are, and they'll come and see me, and I'll
And that's
lots
not
and
even,
lots of fabric.
and that's not even showing them all the other stuff that's down the
Yeah,
other aisle.
It even goes around the aisle.
It
That
goes
is very
around,
true.
yes. We have
Yeah.
like so much.
So-
Okay, so I'm going to sit back just a little bit and I'll pull in. Okay, so what
right.
are you going to share with us today?
I'm going to talk about needle plates,
Which is good.
which is good because not all of us have the different needle plates for our machine, and that's okay. But it's good that we know how to use them and why we would use them. I was actually helping a lovely lady out this morning. We were doing with her 9450, and she had 3 different needle plates. And one of the first questions was, why do I have these? Why am I using them? So we have different needle plates here, and the Janome needle plates have a nice little button on the upper level machines where you can just pop off the needle plate by pushing down the button. Super nice. Super
Our really high
easy.
ones, your button's on the screen.
Oh, and there's ones where the button's on the screen, but here there's a nice little button
so.
here, and then pop for changing them. As you can see, it just popped out, and then it gives me a warning. And so I could change it from, we have the zigzag needle plate on. So as you can see in a zigzag needle plate, you have a really big hole that allows you to do all your funky satin stitch and your pictograms and your animals and all the other fun things. And the width of this hole is the width of your zigzags. So when we ask you, oh, what sort of machine do you have? Is it a 7mm, a 5mm, a 9mm? Well, that would be the width of this hole.
So if you don't remember,
So
get
if-
out your measuring tape and measure.
Or when you're looking at your settings in your computer, push up on your zigzag until it beeps at you and says, oh, no, you can't go anymore. And then that's your...
Okay, that works too.
That one works too. That's just probably a little bit easier than trying to find the thing there. And then this one pops back in. And then it tells me to make sure that the proper foot is attached because it's a nice little computerized machine. Now, we also have your straight stitch needle plate. And for a straight stitch needle plate, you have 3 separate holes because you can do a straight stitch in either the left position, the middle position, or the right position, depending on where you are in your chain piecing or whatnot that you're doing. And so if you were to try and do a zigzag and you didn't have a computerized machine that could tell you the difference between it, you can see here that all of the thread would get caught under these lovely little bars there, and you would be very, very sad by the time that is finished.
Depending on how wide your needle would also hit it.
Your needle may also hit it, and that would cause you to
that-
come in for a service, and we'd love to see you and commiserate with your misery at that point. But unfortunately, there's nothing we can do after that thing because you'll probably have knocked your timing right out when you hit your needle plate at that way. And then in some of the even higher levels, so the 9450, they have the
M7.
and the M7
And the 8 now.
and the 8 and probably the 19 when we get there. They will have the HP needle plate. You know it's your HP needle plate because 1, it has HP written on it, which is really nice because just looking at the holes, sometimes you're just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? It's like, oh, HP, okay, we're good. And then also there's only one hole and it's in the left position. Now, there's nothing in the middle here, but that means that your machine knows that the loop on the back of your needle, if we remember when Tom was telling how a stitch is made, how it goes under the fabric and loops, and then your hook gets it and kind of plays tug of war between your bobbin thread and your top thread. It means that it's the largest loop that your needle can make, and so your machine knows that it can go extra fast because it doesn't have to guess in between whether it's having like a small, medium, or large loop. It always has a large loop, so it can go even faster, and that's why it's your HP or your high performance foot. Not to be confused with HD or high definition, which is your television, not your sewing machine. But, you know, with all these acronyms, we get mixed up. And what are we going to do, right? Like, what are we going to do? So it only has it in the left. So what's nice is with the computerized machines, they can tell which needle plate is in. And so you will not even be able to choose the stitches that will break your needle and hit your timing. But for older machines, or if you're buying a straight stitch for a mechanical machine, what happens is you are going to have to remember what stitches, what needle plate you have on, and what stitches are available. Now, for machines that are in, that's why the computerized is so nice, because it'll just gray it out, and you're like, why is this not working? Oh, wait, I have the wrong needle plate.
They're smarter than me. I like that.
Now, if you say have an embroidery only machine, this one is for an embroidery only, because it just moves your fabric around. Like your needle will move and your hoop moves, and therefore you don't even have to worry about it. You just have the one hole that your needle just keeps on going up and down through. So it's very, very plain compared to anything that has the feed dog holes, such as these ones that have the feed dog holes. That's where all the little lines are and why they're there. But yeah, so this one has nothing because there's no feed dogs on an embroidery machine. Your embroidery arm is what's moving everything. Now, if you have a combined machine, it is going to look more similar towards a straight stitch needle plate when you have your embroidery plate on. And then there are different ways. And then there's one other, which I found out. And this one is your Ultra Glide needle plate. And this is a Janome one, and it's for your Ultra Glide foot. And it is plastic. It is not metal. It is plastic in there so that your Ultra Glide foot slides easily versus, and there's less friction on it with your Ultra Glide foot than against the metal.
Okay, so, now different brands of machines would have the same type of
needle plates, but they look different and they come off different. Now, if we move a little bit this way, come on, let's move right there. We'll notice that this is your straight stitch and this is the Baby Lock Ballad. And so it's like the second lowest sewing only machine, if I am not mistaken, from like the top tier. So it's like there's the Ballad and then there's the Chorus, which is one up from this when you're getting into, sorry, I'm going to take that off there. And so these needle plates don't have a button on the computer or the front. You still use your handy dandy little screwdriver. And so, but you still have this, for this straight stitch needle plate, there is only one hole. You can't do left or right. You can only do middle position of your needle. And so it will gray it all out on the screen for you, because they do have sensors somewhere in here. I think it's where it just attaches inside. And then, but you still have to unscrew it from the top. Like, yes, you can take off your bottom, but your needle plate here is still screwed in with 2 screws on the top. And so, like, I know my Janome, I still, if I'm taking off the needle plate, I have to unscrew it to clean underneath and take out my thing. But even the higher end machines still do have some of the screwing on
different brands, different ways.
Machines, different makes and models. Yeah, but you can usually get a straight stitch needle plate for any brand, and probably even as low as the like entry level mechanical, you would be able to get a straight stitch needle plate. And why would we use it? It's like, okay, there are all these different needle plates. Have you ever done half square triangles in your quilting?
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, okay. Pretend you have. And when you're chain piecing those, or when you're doing them and you have them on an angle, and say you're putting it this way, when you have that big 9mm hole, what happens to the corner here that you're trying to stitch horizontally down? On a zigzag, it gets caught in the thing. Now, on a straight stitch, where is it going to get caught? There's only that tiny little hole. You're not going to get caught. So that's why you would use a straight stitch needle plate in your quilting, because it just helps so much when you're doing your chain piecing of your half square triangles, and the headache is so much less, and you're using less thread bunnies, and your machine is actually made to do it that way. And so that just helps the headache become less when you're quilting, and then you're happier, and then you make more quilts, and then you come here and you get more fabric, and we are happy because we see you, and you know, it all works out for everybody. And we get to see your like beautiful finished products too.
Oh,
And we love show and tell, so
yes,
bring in show
we
and tell
do.
whenever you come here.
Yeah. See, when I started for sewing, I just was a very basic mechanical, and I didn't have needle
Yeah.
plate switching.
Yeah.
And so that is something I'm still learning about,
Yeah.
switching out the different needle plates, even though my machines have them. But that is one of the things I always get that caught in that thing, and it's
You get it
frustrating.
caught, and then you're just like, okay, and do I turn it like that little bit and do
Now
the
I know
side,
how to
but
stop
no.
it instead
Now
of
you do.
using
Use your
anti-karma
straight
words.
stitch needle plate. But remember, before you go back to doing your 1/4 inch
Yeah.
seams and whatnot, that you need to change your needle plate back, because usually your 1/4 inch foot is made for your zigzag needle plate.
Yes, but my machine won't let me switch between the two. So
Yeah,
'cause
your
it'll
machine
grate.
won't. Mine would, because mine's an older machine. You have a beautiful machine that.
Everyone kept trying to steal on Saturday.
Yeah, well, just
put
remember
on
when you're
Friday.
signing in to take your yellow copy with you. Otherwise, you know,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful machine like
do it.
Lori's. You know,
You had no problem.
it's a good thing we know you.
Sent my husband. I shouldn't have done that.
Well, we didn't even know if you were just coming to pick it up or if it was in for service to
Yeah,
begin with.
he
He
just
just like, I'm
dropped
just
it.
gonna drop this here.
Yeah.
Again, good thing they know you.
Yeah. So
It could
yeah,
have made
so
its
needle
way to my
plates
car.
important
Okay.
and something that's easily changed out and can save you a lot of headaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Public service announcement. When you send your husband to do a Tom sewing run with your machine, don't just verbally tell him the instructions. Send a note with him and say, please hand this to the nice ladies at the front desk so they know what's going on. Because apparently
Well-
telling him, this is going in for service, can you make sure it gets checked in?
Well,
It didn't work.
you didn't do the check-in part. And had he actually communicated to us that it was in for service, we would have checked it in.
Yeah, and he knew. He was just trying to be a little bit too helpful and just got right
He's
into
like,
this.
I can put it right here, right, guys? And we're like, okay, is Lori coming to pick it? Like, what's going on? 'Cause you're in
Like
so
I said.
often.
Send a note with the instructions, because verbal instructions don't seem to work.
Obviously not.
Apparently not.
But anyways,
But yeah.
okay, so yeah, that's a lot of really good information. And Annette, I mean, I'm sure we were going to have more stuff on needle plates, because that really is just a
Yeah,
quick
it's
little
just a quick
quick-
little introduction.
because like
and we will go
when
from
would
there,
you
yeah.
use the HP plate and this, when do you use this, when do you, and we could talk for hours on all
So
of
maybe
those.
we need a part 2.
Oh, well, we'll look into that further and get some samples started for that.
Okay.
Maybe part 2 next
Part
month.
2 next month. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. Thank you, ladies.
All right, I'm gonna flip this around. No, we'll still walk.
And we're walking.
We're walking, because then I can catch the flip side of this. See, look at how the double wide, extra wide.
Walk away.
No, like it is cool. Like,
Please note how she's not showing the ones she has on the cutting table she's taking herself.
well, yeah, but I'm not taking all of it. It's just
I bet.
basic greenish, little Grinch green.
All of it this side.
Well, that